ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, the people that just think with Superman, you give some kryptonite or they think magic. They don't understand.
Yeah.
That's where you got to talk to these people real slow, and they just don't get it.
Welcome back, or welcome for the first time, as I always like to say, if you haven't noticed by now. It's been a busy week. A lot of great shows and great movies came out. We have a good panel. We're down to. Miss you, T. Go save some people. Miss you, Tasha. Get better soon. We got Megan the Oracle about to go on vacation. How's it going?
Woo!
That's covers it.
Yeah.
That one guy, Rob, with the fresh haircut.
I'll be on vacation in 2 weeks.
Oh, where you going? Tahoe?
Minnesota.
Oh.
Finally going to see my concert that I paid for 2 years ago. That's been delayed because of COVID.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What show?
Rammstein.
Oh! Du hast mich. Hate me?
You're going to be deaf and tired.
Nah, we got seats. I like old people. I'm not going to go into the floor anymore. I'm tired of fighting people on the floor.
That's right. Oh, J. Pat, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. Chilling out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vicks Vapor Rub, man.
Vicks Vapor Rub. So many uses and applications, just...
Nah, it's like a Swiss Army knife. QP the Source. What's going on, Mr. Hart?
Hey, good evening, everyone. Everything's going good. I had a booster shot yesterday, so wasn't as sharp today, but I'm okay.
All right, good for you. And Mike Jones, how are you, man?
Mighty fine, sir. Yourself?
Doing great. Listeners, Mike is in his, he's recording in his shrine room right now, which is a plethora of great goodies and memorabilia. I'm impressed. I really like it. It's, we started talking about Highlander and because he has the swords and stuff like that. We're talking about that off mic. So,
oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's going to be a museum when I get it up.
I can dig it. Got to come out there and see. Got to come out there and see it. So we're going to start off on a somber note. We had two actresses pass away this past week. I believe Olivia Newton-John passed away first. She was, how old was she, Megan?
73.
Wow, 73. Breast cancer survivor like a couple times over.
Yep.
Finally got the best of her. I mean, like most of us, we all think of Grease because that's probably the most famous thing she's ever done. But man, she was a fighter. You got to lose sometime. So
listen to Xanadu on repeat.
Oh, Xanadu. Oh, and Anne Heche passed away tragically. The report said, what was it? She crashed her car a few times and found illegal narcotic in her system.
Yeah, she was burned pretty horribly and put into a coma and then determined she was brain dead and they took her off, I think, yesterday or today.
Yeah, today because they wanted to see if they could harvest her organs.
Yeah.
Be an organ donor, by the way.
And don't do drugs.
And don't do drugs.
Yeah. Not in that order. Don't do drugs and be an organ donor. So, wow. Very somber, very sad. Rest in power, people. You made your impact on the industry, so you will be missed. So, moving on to better, funner, is that a word? More fun topics.
More funner.
We'll do that. Do we want to cover Prey first or Sandman first?
I didn't do Prey. I didn't get to watch it. Y'all can go ahead and knock it out.
All right. Prey. Oh, man. I don't know why it's getting so much hell. It's a very...
Getting hell? It's not getting a lot of hell.
Yeah.
You think so?
It's listed as the top rated
well, it's not getting...
Predator movie.
Well, it's not getting...
No,
best reviewed.
Okay.
Sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
Best reviewed Predator movie.
It was awesome. I mean, I was talking to Rob earlier about it, and I honestly think, minus, like he said, I'm going to steal your words from you. Minus the nostalgia, this is probably the best, Predator movie that's been made. Minus the nostalgia.
Bullshit.
Sorry.
I have a little something in my throat. That's all.
Rub some Vicks on it.
I'm gonna rub a little Vicks on it later.
But it was well shot. I loved everything about it. I liked the evolution of the character, and she was just badass by the end of the movie. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely check it out. I'm gonna let everybody else run on it. Rob, what do you think, man?
No, this was really great. Yeah, like I said, I was talking to Dennis about it also, and I said if it wasn't for the nostalgia of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, if you looked at them comparatively side by side, Prey is a better movie. But we just have so much fondness for the old '87 one that it still sits on top of our mountain there. But no, this was really great. I love the kind of, I guess, the de-evolution of the Predator. I don't know why articles are calling him a feral Predator, where he's not feral. He's hunting like a hunter. He's not doing crazy stuff. But the evolution
of feral just because he's a little more hands-on than the other Predator.
Well,
he doesn't have as much tech.
I took it as this is his first hunt.
Could be.
You look at what he's killing. It's like he's never been to Earth before. Let's see what this planet has to offer, kind of thing.
That also makes a good parallel between it being her first hunt too.
Yeah, exactly. Naru was, stuck in the gender norms of the time, being a hunter-gatherer and a tracker, which she excelled at. But you could tell she was never been tested as a warrior, but she could, she's pulling off a lot of good moves while practicing. And it was good that her brother kind of helped her out on that. But yeah, the movie is fantastic. I watched it in the Comanche. I wish it wasn't dubbed, but there's honestly not that much dialogue in this movie to really affect that much. So I would recommend checking it out in the Comanche language.
Oh, I'll try that. I gotta try that. All right, Quincy, do you like Prey?
Yes, I did, and I liked it for the same reason I liked Predator 2. It was the Predator in a different environment. The jungle scene after the first one kind of got played out for me. I watched the other one with was it Predators? That one with Lawrence Fishburne. It's a little redundant for me. I didn't really like that one, but Prey was great. I thought it looked great. I thought the story was good. I still like Arnold's better than this one. I think that movie is one of the rare perfect movies, but this one it was good. I have no complaint about the movie at all. Like, not surprised it's reviewing well, being received well. It was a nice change because the Predator movies can get redundant. Same environment, same opponents. It's gotten boring over the last couple of years, but this was good.
Cool.
They did a good job making this an homage to the first one too, even having some of the same kind of lines and dialogue and setups.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a gun? Or
That was
I don't
the
know
gun
if it was
from Predator 2.
The flintlock, yeah, that's I assume that's what that was.
Yeah.
I liked it when she was covered in mud. Remember when she dug herself out of the mud pit and she was like Arnold because she had it all over herself. I was like, there you go. That's a nice callback. I like that one. I like that a lot. Mike, you check out Prey?
I wish I could. I still haven't got Hulu, so no, I haven't seen
it. Okay. All right. Megan?
I talked about last week with T.
Oh,
I loved
right.
it. Yeah, really liked it. Amber Midthunder was fantastic. She's actually going to be in the next. She's going to be in the Netflix Airbender TV show.
Really?
Who's
yes,
who's
she's
she
the
gonna
princess.
Be? Oh,
the Water Tribe princess.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So, and she was also. I just realized this. She was also in Legion. She played Kerry, the girl that was inside the guy's body. Like, you know how the guy, the mutant scientist, had a young girl living inside him, and she only aged when he came out. That was her too.
Okay. Yeah,
So.
I liked
her.
her.
A bunch of stuff. She was on was it Roswell, New Mexico? She's on
yeah.
What was she?
She's been in a
Banshee.
lot of
She was on
stuff. And
Banshee a long time ago. I like her.
yeah, so I hope she has like a real. I hope her career takes off. I saw someone talking about making like a sequel to this with um like a ninja, not ninjas, with like
Samurai,
samurai,
yeah.
which would be
That'd be
awesome.
dope.
That would be awesome.
It's the same actor that played Scorpion in the last Mortal Kombat, and I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, that would be a dope concept. That'd be pretty damn dope. Jay,
Okay. I dug it. I thought it was good. Nowhere near the best Predator film though.
okay.
I'll fight anybody who says anything different. No,
Oh, I know you will.
No, I'd give it. It's a solid Predator. I'd put it at number 3, close to number 2, but I had a
Really?
little bit. The nostalgia of number 2 puts it over.
Okay.
Puts it over for me. But it's good. I think it's a solid Predator movie. I think it's definitely it's good for the lore. But you know what? Let me preface this. I like Naru. I think she's a good character, but she's also trash.
Oh my gosh. Here we
She's
go.
also trash. Now hear me out. The Predator, he was just out predatoring. He was out doing his thing, hunting wolves,
Being a bully.
beating up bears,
Being a bully. That's all
doing
he's
his little
doing.
thing. He had no interest in any humans. Here comes Naru. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I see some tracks. This shit is big and dangerous looking. Let me go find it. Dun, 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 dun. Here's a predator. Oops, I got everybody in my tribe, all the warriors and all the dudes in my tribe killed.
So
Everybody's
you
dead but me. All the
you
old
don't
people.
think you don't think the evolution of he would have worked his way up
No,
to the
he wasn't
alpha?
even. He wasn't even going that direction. He was all the way up the other side of the ridge. He had no. He was fighting bears. He didn't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
No, it's not true. The
It
Apex
is true. It's literally true.
Yeah,
He wasn't even
they
going
went
that
after.
direction.
Yeah, they
She
went
ran.
after him.
He was going away from. He was working his way away from them, because remember she found the tracks near her tribe, and then she had to go out like a day's walk because he was going the other way.
I beg to differ.
It's not. It's in the movie.
No, I beg to differ. The fact that I don't think he would have stopped at the Bears.
He
would
was. I
have
know,
kept
but
on going.
he was going the other way though.
So, but he was going towards the trackers.
No, the trackers was growing towards him because the trackers were actively tracking him because they knew something crazy was out there too, so they were trying to track it.
They were
But her
tracking
tribe,
the cat.
yeah,
Cat.
yeah.
the tribe was tracking the cat, and they were going after they killed the cat. They just went back home. The predator was going the other way, but she's like, "Oh, I'm going to walk a day so I can prove myself. I'm going to find this big thing that I don't know what it is, and I'm going to kill it." Oops.
Well, she
my
saw the
brother's
storm
dead.
bird, so she knew something was happening.
Well, she
Saw
saw
it as a sign.
Yeah, but it wasn't a sign for her to go kill it. It was the alien dropping off his going to predator.
She didn't know that.
Exactly.
I know.
1700s, they don't know spaceships and shit.
But
Yeah.
she still got everybody in her. Well, all the war, like everybody who was like
What
of
an
age,
idiot.
they're all dead now because they had to go and find her because they're like, what is she doing? They weren't going out to find her because like she was a chick. They were like, why are you going off on your own doing some dumb shit? Come home. She starts a fight with
No,
him.
yeah. Oh, come home. You're a woman. We need
It wasn't
food
come home,
cooked.
you're a woman. It's come home. You're out by yourself doing dumb
No,
shit.
it was
was
come
not
home.
because they let her go on her hunt. Remember? But she
They didn't
screwed
let
up.
her go.
The first time when she was fighting the cat, they didn't tell her to go.
No, they told her to go, like leave.
But her brother was
But-
like, nah, she's cool.
well,
Let
yeah.
her stay. So they were like, cool. They
And
were
then
like,
she fell on her butt.
yeah, she messed up. And he was like, I had to drag you home because you were knocked out. You can't go out anymore. He ain't say, oh, you're a chick and I'm such a misogynist. You have to stay home because you have a vagina. He didn't
Everybody
do that.
else did. Her brother did. Her brother had her back. The rest of the people didn't. They were all.
Her brother even acknowledged that her idea is how he caught the cat.
Yeah, but
With the
she
tree.
couldn't pull off her idea.
Right.
So it wasn't that they were hating her because they kept letting her go out anyway. It wasn't like she had been training. She had been training and practicing for years. It's obvious she wasn't like new at it. So if they were going to stay like, you can't be a hunter, they'd have been told her that. It'd have been like, pick these berries. What are you doing? Give us this tomahawk back. You can't do that. Go, leave. Go and pick these flowers.
Okay.
They didn't do that.
No. I think the Predator would have worked his way to the humans. I'm sorry.
How's he going to work his? But he was working the other way, so he's going.
So he can only travel in one damn direction. His feet only point in one damn direction.
Yes, he was only going one direction.
No, this is not a British pop group band. One Direction. No, he would have worked his way around. He would have found the apex predator because that's what he does. He goes around and he was hunting his way up the food chain. He would have found humans. He would have stopped with the dead ass.
Yeah, he was in a cave with a nice lookout. He would have seen smoke eventually and been like, "What is this?"
Yeah, he would have worked his way up.
And he would have gone to the
Not
village.
if he's pointed the other way.
Wiped him out.
He'd have found some more humans.
Like he could have found, but I'm saying that she got her people killed because he wasn't going in their direction.
Okay, but she got her people killed, but she saved other people in the process.
Hold on, Jay. So, like, I understand what you're saying, but weren't the Frenchmen looking for him too?
Yeah, I'm not saying he wouldn't kill other humans. I never made that argument. I'm saying she got her people killed.
Well, maybe that's why he was going the other way.
Maybe.
Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, his motives, like, were, to me, like, we talked about this before the show. Like, him attacking animals was like the weirdest shit like I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and the whole thing with what was that? A wolf?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing? Like, it was just weird. But I don't know, man. I think he was just on the Frenchmen at the time, because they were actively looking for him.
They were trying to find him. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he was just. That had his attention at that time.
Because they had all the weapons and everything. I mean, the more advanced weapons.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why he may have been going the other way. Nothing was really spelled out or clarified, but it was clear to me that the Frenchmen, somebody had seen them.
Yeah,
and
they were looking for him.
Yeah, they were ready for him.
How do you think that? Because it was never explained how the Frenchmen were on them, though. I thought they were out there just. No, they were just out there stripping buffaloes down. That's all they were doing.
No, they said they were going after the predator.
They were following tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they mentioned the trap that she was in. It wasn't meant to. It was just meant to maim. Like, they were trying to catch him. It sounded like at one point.
Oh yeah, they had the whole booby trap.
Yeah. So
they ain't have a net like him though.
Woo!
He made old boy into.
Did anybody notice
into chowder?
Do you notice? Anybody notice he threw that bear trap onto the dude's head and took his head off?
That was so great. The kills in this were
that was like
pretty
the flying guillotine or something.
No, with the shield through the tree.
Yeah, it was.
Then he goes. Then he turns his head. He's like, "That was pretty neat." So
and I think we got to give some posthumous props to her brother, because his brother
he was a boss.
He almost killed that predator on his own, just hand to hand. He was a badass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he got when he got the advantage and he got over top of him with the horse and he got that one good lick on him.
Because he stabbed him with the little thing. He
just didn't know about the wrist knives.
Yeah.
That's the thing that he mentioned about Naru, is that she's observant.
She's observant.
She took notes of everything that this guy did and used it all against him.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with Naru. I don't even have any problems with her like taking him out fairly easily. I just I'm like,
I thought it was easy.
She outsmarted
him.
It didn't seem like it was as difficult as Arnold had it. Arnold seemed like he had a worse time of it.
Arnold was trying to muscle fuck him the whole way. That's not going to work. Sorry, the Predator is way too strong for you.
And I think that Predator that they faced may have been one of the better armed ones. Like what he did, like the way he was hunting. Like, he was in the trees, camouflaged, and he was sniping.
Yeah.
And then by AVP, like, they were running around like the Juggernaut, like punching people through the walls and shit. It was just like, what the fuck happened here? Excuse me.
Yeah. So you think the one from Prey was like had all the 1.0 upgrades?
Yeah, he was pretty primitive compared to the other ones.
I mean, it's funny because it's like he's primitive, but he has interstellar travel.
Right.
He has a ship. So, like, to me, he made like a conscious effort. Like, I'm just going to grab some spears or whatever and make a weekend out of it, and I'll be back on Monday.
I think that's why people were calling him the feral predator, because he's like.
I think he was just chilling. Like, I don't think he expected all this. But,
I want to have a nice easy weekend. I'm only going to hunt quail instead of going after deer.
Yeah, like, it's probably he equates it to fishing. Like, I'm just going to be out in the wilderness. I'm going to make a couple kills and I'll be back. But by the time the '90s, when humans had nukes and all these kind of weapons, they're like, "Yo, take the laser, take the nukes, the helmet, like take all that stuff.
Take
Get
the
your first,
frisbee,
yeah,
everything.
take the first aid, take all that shit. Make sure your
They're like, because
invisibility
we've been catching
shield
some L's
is
lately.
charged. Right? Like we can't have this.
Like
I don't know.
we're the
It
top
was
dogs. We can't take no
that,
more L's.
that was
Right?
the strangest thing, and my brother had pointed it out. And I was like, I didn't have any answers for him, but to me, it had to be like a conscious decision. Like
Yeah,
I don't need it. You ever see Black Hawk Down when
exactly.
they were going
Yeah.
after me? Like you don't need it.
Yeah.
Like you don't need that stuff. It's like okay.
And then you got Danny
Okay.
Glover taking it out hand-to-hand combat.
With a pistol.
Danny
Oh my
was a
gosh.
black man trying not to lose, man.
Mm.
Like I gotta go home, man. Like I gotta punch out, man.
But overall, I dug the movie. I thought it was good. I think everybody should watch it. Good film,
Oh,
solid
yeah.
film, entertaining.
Hell yeah.
Are we gonna
Agreed.
grade it? We're gonna grade it.
Oh
What,
yeah.
what
Yeah.
we doing? 1 to 10?
1 to 10. I will go with solid 8.5.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, 8.5.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give it a nice 7.5, solid 7.5.
That's high the way you were talking.
Yeah.
No, like I said, it might sound like I was shitting on it, but I actually like it.
Just a little wet fart.
Yeah, a little wet for it.
What about Rob?
I'll give it a 9.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I really like it.
Meg
8.
Okay.
and Mike, you did see it?
No.
No, I haven't seen it.
All right. From what you heard, what would you give it?
I'd like to watch it, but I want to see it.
I think I will give it a nice shiny 8.
Oh.
I
There we
liked it.
go.
I did like it. It was original. Like Predators get redundant
Yeah,
to
they
me,
do get a
man.
little crazy.
It's like
I didn't realize they were that damn skinny though. You know, I always thought they were bigger, but they're just little frail dudes, man. Little
I think-
wiry Conor McGregor dudes.
the guy who played the first Predator. I know he's in something else. He may have been the biggest.
Harry and the
Actor?
Hendersons. That
Yeah.
guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Wasn't he
Yeah,
like
he may
8
have
feet
been
tall
the.
or something.
I don't know if he was that tall. He was tall, but yeah, I think that may have been the biggest guy. After that, they were like you say, little.
Yeah,
Little
I think this
guy.
guy was 6'8", I think.
Yeah, he was just thin. I always
Yeah.
thought him as bigger, but it was always their
Yeah.
armor that made him look bigger.
Oh, I got one more complaint.
Not you.
Stop fiddling with the Predator face design. It's a classic
Yeah.
design. Yeah, the best you're going to do is make something that's almost as good, but it's never going to be better. Just leave it alone. The Predator face
I
is
will not
classic,
disagree.
designed by one of the best creature designers ever. Just leave it be.
I like she pulled a tooth out and stabbed him with it.
That was ill. I was like, what? Did she just pull his tooth out?
That's it.
Stabbed him in the eye with it.
He'll be
Trying
ticking
to
with
win.
he'll be ticking with a lisp.
Yeah, it was good. Hopefully, it's not ruined by a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him in Japan. Just make it a whole nother movie. Drop it in Japan.
So you want the Assassin's Creed route? They just Predators through time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have they ever won?
I think they won a lot. They just
well, come on,
off
Earth.
screen. They
Yeah,
won
on
off
the
screen.
movie.
I mean, for the most part, they won the movie Predators with all the all the different predators on the different
How did that end again?
I can't remember either.
more predators getting dropped off on the planet.
Was that Predators or people? I remember seeing that now.
More people
Parachutes.
being dropped off. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they were
two-
there for the next season.
Did the one
Yeah.
guy get on the ship and escape? Did he end up?
No,
flying?
see,
No, the
that-
ship got shot down. Didn't
Shut
it?
down. Yeah.
That was such horseshit. Like, let me set the ship on autopilot and let it fly away in case they shoot me and go back to the pit. So what if they didn't shoot it? You just let the ship go. Like I was like, this is dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I always liked the fact that Topher Grace was the biggest villain out of all of them.
Oh, make
The
it like.
serial killer. Yeah.
Let me ask. Like, what was the whole point of that? His little heel turn at the end. I'm like, this is stupid.
Because he's a psychopath. That's how he was a predator. He was a psycho.
So the way
That's why
he
was
was
there.
But see, the way he was talking, I was like, oh, like I'm working for my boss, the Predator, and I got you now, and I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
come out of the pit and live in the jungle with my predator overlord. It's like you were gonna die too.
Mhm.
Topher Grace. It just never happened for him after the '70s show. Topher.
You're never going to be a tough guy. Knock it off.
Never,
Yeah.
ever.
Or a love interest.
Ugh.
That poor bastard. Now he was in that movie with Dennis Quaid. I did like that movie, and Scarlett Johansson. In Good Company.
Oh
That came.
yeah.
That was the only good movie he was in.
Yeah.
That's the OG Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, he was in that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't do a villain. I'm sorry. Don't
No.
don't do that anymore. No, Topher.
Go sit
So
down, Topher.
with
Your real name's Christopher.
Topher.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Topher is short for Christopher.
He's trying to be fucking
Oh,
smart,
wow.
that dude. Yeah, I wouldn't call him Topher. If I would have known that, I wouldn't call him Topher. Like Chris, like
That's a
no.
terrible nickname.
Right?
Out of everything you could shorten Christopher with, Topher.
Hey guys,
Topher.
you don't have to.
Christopher. That is
Yeah.
terrible.
You don't have to call me Christopher. Just call me Topher. Like,
Somebody hated him as a kid.
yeah.
Woo.
No, I'm not, Chris. Not calling you Topher.
That's a dumb nickname. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call you Chris, and you're gonna like it.
Call him Chip. Shit. Oh man. All right. Moving on. Sandman. Sandman came out on Netflix the 5th, right? Yeah. We started recording and last Friday, and it came out last Friday. Wow. I'm not even going to lead this off. I'm going to let Megan run on this because she's deeper into the Sandman bucket than I'll ever be.
I really, really liked it. I thought it was the changes they made between the comic and the TV show were done in a way so it could be more serialized. So they moved around different chapters, like because it's preludes and nocturne, because they did preludes and nocturnes, and they did the doll's house. But they moved some of the chapters around. They removed some of the chapters, which I'm assuming they're going to put in the next season. They try to serialize it, which I understood. And I really enjoyed the entire. I really enjoyed it. Biggest issues for me, and they aren't. It's just because I was hoping it would be in there, but obviously it wasn't, because I think they wanted to distinguish Sandman from different than DC, which is why they didn't put John Constantine in it, which is why John Jones wasn't in it, which is why he was Dr. Destiny wasn't in Arkham, which I was really hoping he would be in Arkham because I loved that aspect of the book or the comic. I enjoyed the story as a whole. I liked all of I really enjoyed a lot of the actors. I think they did a great casting job for everybody. Specifically Stephen Fry as Gilbert. If you ever read it's like they looked at the comic, looked at Stephen Fry, and went, done. Like it was so spot on, perfect casting. I'm a big fan of Hedwig and the Angry Itch, and John Cameron Mitchell played Hal Carter in it, and that's also like spot on casting.
Not only that, the guy who plays Destiny played Hedwig in the stage show of the
Yes.
same thing. Yes.
So I just I liked the guy who played Dr. Destiny. He was Remus Lupin in Harry Potter. He was also in what's it called? Oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought because I've got 9 million things going on in my head right now about what I want to talk about. My favorite episode was The Sound of Her Wings, which is the story about death. They actually took two stories because they took The Sound of Her Wings, and they took Men of Good Fortune, which are basically two of my favorite stories in the two different books. Well, in Dollhouse and Prelude to Nocturne, and then they combined them into one episode. So it was the story of Death and how people are afraid of her, but she's just there to take people to the next plane, to the
Afterlife, yeah.
yeah, it's the afterlife and the sunless lands they call it. Um I really like how they portrayed her. I know a lot of people were upset that they that she wasn't, because the character Death in the comic has a very distinct look, but I feel like I think her name's Kirby, had that feel to her, that perky, like super sweet feel to her. Um and then I liked the guy who played Hob Gadling. I thought he did a really good job. And the way that that Dream and Hob, I always enjoyed their interactions, and that Dream could actually have a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I loved it. I yeah. I can't wait till the second season, especially since the second season has my favorite issue out of all of them, which is Midsummer's Night Dream.
Yeah, that was twisted.
So
It was pretty
yeah.
fun.
Oh, also the 24-hour episode or 24/7 episode
Mm-hmm.
could have been a lot more graphic. But I'm happy it wasn't, because there's a lot to unpack in that episode.
A whole lot. That was
So,
pretty nasty.
and that's my feelings on it.
Awesome. Mike, opposite end of the spectrum, man. What'd you think about Sandman?
Whew. It was all right. I have zero experience with that character. I never read any of the books, so I was coming in fresh. But I didn't have much expectation either, so I didn't have high hopes. I was just coming in fresh. For one, I thought the seasons were too long. It was 2 seasons. They could have ended this at episode 5. That could have been the first season. Whenever, and then the second half with the whole of the season.
That's actually how the books are chopped up, basically.
Okay.
So it was the first book and the second book or issue.
But yeah, like I said, I haven't dissed the show, but it didn't blow me away. I was like, this isn't doing anything for me. I was hoping for a little action when he fought Lucifer. I was excited. Okay, we're gonna get some action. There's gonna be some fights. I didn't expect any kind of martial arts.
It was a rap
Yeah,
battle.
I thought it'd be some broadswords or something breaking out, something. And all they did was just like, I am a horse. I am a I am a dire wolf. I was like, this is some bullshit.
You know,
then at the end, he's like, hope. Like, is this the Martha scene? Is that what just happened? Is they just did they just say Martha and was that? It's just no. It wasn't. And then the whole time, what's his name? Dream.
Yeah,
he just talked like
Morpheus.
this the whole time, and it was just, oh my Jesus. No,
that rap battle he had with Lucifer, they twisted that up from the book, from the audiobook. They twisted that
like
up.
I say, if you haven't read any of that, just coming in fresh.
Yeah, coming in fresh. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
It just didn't do nothing to make me want to. I mean, I stuck with it. I really did, but it didn't do anything. Like to say, he did all this for the helm to get his helmet back, and you didn't see it anymore the rest of the season. He got his helmet, and he never put it back on. He might have carried it around, but you never saw it again. It just didn't. It was all right. I mean,
coming in fresh like you did is pretty much, you have no weight behind it, and low. To come in fresh like that, I could see where you could be like pretty much at a 5 or 6 all the way.
It seemed like the kind of comic or the kind of show that you gotta watch a lot of BBC to watch to like this kind of show. You gotta you walk, you drink coffee and go to the coffee scene. This is that kind of vibe. It didn't give me that superhero vibe that I come from. This is the kind of book that they say graphic novels. They don't say comics. And this is that kind of vibe that I got.
That is true.
That's just that's just my take on it.
All right, I can dig it. Who wants to go next? Show of hands. Rob.
I'll go next. Um, I actually really liked it. We burned through this in like 2 days. Me and my girlfriend, we both really like it. Um, After listening to the audiobook,
Which
I
is
guess it,
amazing.
yeah. And now, obviously, there's nothing like the power of your imagination, and Neil Gaiman does such a great job in his descriptions. Now, listening to the audiobook and just having an artistic mind, my mind can fill in everything that they went. And not only that, the voice of James McAvoy was so good, and nothing against the artist, the actress who plays Death, but Kat Dennings has that perfect, bubbly, happy voice to be the contrast of the Angel of Death, or as though the Angel of Death. But overall, no, this was a great series. I think probably one of the best visual representations of hell that's ever been
Mm-hmm.
put on TV. Um, I'm kind of glad that they didn't cave into fans wanting them to bring back Tom Ellis, because
Yeah.
his Lucifer is noticeably different than the one that Gwendolyn Christie plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He wouldn't. He's not the one who go after power
Yeah.
and usurp stuff like that. And the Corinthian was awesome. Whoever played him, that guy, yeah, with his teeth eyes, he needs some accolades because he did an amazing job in the show.
Yeah, he scared the poop out of me. I was just like, this guy.
This
Just
guy
listen
was having the most fun out of anybody else on this
Yeah.
show.
in the audiobook, I could just picture it. And then when he took his sunglasses off right before
Ugh.
he offed them, I was like, this is disgusting, but I have to watch. This is terrible. Yeah, I wanted Kat Denning. I was not. I was, let down from like a small notch whenever Kat wasn't on it, and I was like,
Not mad
what?
about it, but
Not mad
yeah.
about it, no. But I loved Kat on the audiobook because she was just so like opposite end of the spectrum when it came to, like you said, voices. She was just so bubbly all the time. And she's like, "What are you doing, bro?" And it's like, okay,
Yep,
this is
exactly.
great.
And it went to the
This
quote
is
that
great.
Death made. He's like people just want a kind word and a smiling face when they're crossing over, and that works so well
Yeah.
with her.
Yep, I had to fast forward my way through the book whenever she took the baby, and I had to fast forward my way through the scene
Oof.
whenever she took the baby. I was like, I can't watch this. Let me just keep hitting forward. I know how it's going to end. I just can't watch it. So, Quincy, what'd you think, man?
So I also had no ties to this, no previous knowledge. I did recognize the character from uh, some comics that have crossed my path. I thought this show was brilliant, honestly. Um, I admired the fact that they were touching so many different storylines and they were pretty much sewn up. Um, I thought the fight with Lucifer was original. I enjoyed that. Um, it was one of those episodes was like it was very boring. And it
Just
was
one.
early. No, it was, see, like I one day I'll explain my true outlook on comics and like this right here, like the metaphysical and thought and all that other stuff. Like this is like up my alley. Like to me, it was a lot of information. Uh, I stopped a couple of times and looked up a couple of things, a couple of characters to get some more background. Like I really liked it. I'm glad I was able. I had to send the kids in the other room to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
No juice boxes or cotton candy for this. Like this was probably like it's like not quite boys or invincible, but like it's like I guess it's on the same show. It was different for me, and I
Yeah,
think that's
it was
why
dark. It was a different
I
kind of
like
dark.
yeah. And
Uh,
one of
mm,
the things that I wanted while watching this was that um Doctor Strange had some of these tones. Like he was traversing these different realms and speaking to these different beings, and I got Doctor Strange, with his pet cape. Like I wish some of those tones from that movie were translated over to the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
I
you
don't think
know,
they've touched. They don't. We all know they haven't touched anything on Doctor Strange yet, and it could be so much better and deeper than it is.
yeah. Whatever. But I'm not trashing that right now. I'm
Yeah.
talking about this.
Yeah.
Um, the woman who played Death, like again, I had no previous ties. That's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. Okay,
Man,
that
I liked her. I was with it.
her name should have
Yeah.
been Dream, chocolate dip,
Yes,
dark chocolate Dream. Okay, like I couldn't keep my eyes off her.
she took her
Um,
shoes
Kirby.
off. I
Her
got
name is
excited.
Kirby Howell Baptiste.
she'll have a new
Yes,
follower by the end of the night. But like I liked it. I really did.
yes.
Oh, hey, she was beautiful. She was very beautiful. I dig it. Jay,
Let me see.
you got what? You 6, 7 episodes in, right?
Yeah, I'm about 7 episodes in, maybe 6. I can't remember, but I'm pretty far in. I'm like Quincy and Mike. I don't really have too much history with the comic. Um, a couple have crossed my path. May have flipped through a few. It never really caught my attention
Mm-hmm.
enough for me to buy an issue. But I've heard
Mhm.
people talk about it. That sounds cool. Watching the show, I might pick up a comic or two of Sandman if I find them, because the show is very interesting. I didn't think I would like it. I went in kind of thinking I wasn't going to like it, so
Mm-hmm.
actually digging it is a surprise. So they get a thumbs up for actually getting me interested into something I didn't think I was going to be interested in.
Right.
The storytelling was great. The characters were great.
Yeah.
The visuals are great. Like everything was cool. Like I even liked like Cain and Abel, hilarious. Like
Cain and Abel.
Cain just
Cain
kills
and
Abel
Abel.
every day just for no reason.
This Cain and Abel, as funny as they are, do yourself a service and download the audiobook and listen to it.
Okay,
They're hilarious on that.
That Cain and Abel is classic. It is
I'm gonna have to do that.
hilariously fun.
So yeah,
Definitely check
I
that
like
out.
all the characters. I think every character was great. I didn't think I was going to like the replacement Constantine, but even she was cool. Like everybody was cool. Everybody was well played, well acted. Even though they may not look exactly like they looked in the comic, I'm not sure. They all
Mm-hmm.
look like they fit and look like they fit in that world.
Yeah.
The one thing that irks me is the same thing that irks me with the comic. Like I hate the way his helmet looks. It's dumb. It looks terrible.
They never described what it was made of, and I think that's the coolest part is the description of what it's made of.
It's like a mix between an apothecary mask and a gas
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, why does it look like some kind of like, I don't know, like weird gas mask thing? Like, how
It's
does
the
that?
spine of an animal, and then I can't remember what that pod part is, but the part that sticks out from his face is actually like a spine from a beast.
Yeah, it looks like it should be like not sci. What's that one genre? The like with all
Steampunk?
It looks like real steampunkish, and I don't know if that's the vibe the comic has, but it doesn't seem like it fits with all like the ethereal, like spiritual kind of like dreamy stuff. It looks weird. Like
It
looks
helps him
evil.
focus.
It looks
That's the whole
evil, and he
thing.
doesn't seem like an evil character.
No, he's not. He's just cold.
Yeah.
He's just cold. He just knows that he has a job. And that was one of the whole things that one of the mantras they kept saying throughout the whole show was that you have a job to do.
Exactly.
You seem matter of fact. Like this is just what I got to do.
Yeah. So I
One of those
don't
things
know.
that
It seems
Death
like the
kinda
helmet should be
reiterated.
cool. Like it seems like the helmet should be cooler to me. Like he does all this for like this like stomach sack looking. Like just make a new helmet, bro. Like that one's terrible anyway.
His helm.
He kept thinking about the for me. I kept thinking about the guy from that band, The Cure. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's actually he was modeled off of Robert.
That's who Dream was modeled off
God.
of.
Yeah,
Is that really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yes,
Because that's who he kept reminding me of. All right.
Yep.
That's why it's intentional then.
Yeah.
I got turned on to the audiobook and then I went and read the book. By of all people, Patton Oswalt, who played Matthew the Raven.
Mhm.
Because I was listening to Patton Oswalt's podcast and he was talking about projects that he was doing. He said, Rishi said, I'm doing, the Sandman. I was like, oh, cool. So I checked it out and wow, it was amazing stuff. I love the show. I have the casting sheet pulled up right now. Mervyn Pumpkinhead, played by who?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Hey, boss. Have you seen Lucy? I was like, oh wow,
His
cool.
helmet
No,
looks
was that
like
the guy
Pumpkinhead.
from,
His helmet looks like Pumpkinhead. Like if Pumpkinhead was a mask. That's what his helmet looks like. Pumpkin
The,
head.
the Pumpkinhead guy, was that the same guy from the Wizard of Oz too? The same character?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not Jack the Pumpkin, but
Okay.
it looks like him. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Overall, I thought it was amazing. Coming from the audiobooks and then the print, I thought it translated well. I mentioned Cain and Abel. I think they're funnier um, in the audiobook because they just deliver such a great performance as characters there. I'm kind of mad. I understand why they cut it, but the history of the first people.
I think that's going to be in the second season
You
because
think
they
so?
mentioned Nada.
They
Like,
teased her in that
They
cell.
teased her in
Yeah.
the cell,
Yeah.
but I think they're going to do that story when they focus on the when they focus. I think the next story is going to be about what happens with Lucifer. You and I know what happens,
Yeah.
but I don't want to spoil it for anybody else that
Yeah.
I'll
hasn't
forget
read the
it by the time
comic
it
or
comes out. It's okay.
and then I think because you're gonna because Nada is what happened
Yeah. Yeah.
prevalent in that book series. I think they're gonna do that tale there.
Okay. I really
So,
like that. That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
stories. It's really deep, and it was like it made you think and made you sad and all the rest of that stuff.
And it showed how
Hobgaddling.
vengeful he is.
Yes, he was like, all right, peace.
Spiteful. 10,000 years in a jail cell.
Just sit there, think about what you did. Permanent timeout. So
Hell.
Hobgaddling, his story was fun. I like that story. All versions of it. I even like this one. And when they portrayed him being, the up and down and all the rest of the stuff, and then when they put him in the modern day, that's what kind of threw me because it's like, all right, now he's a writer, so it makes perfect sense. And he's still alive today. What else? Lucifer was wow. I liked the way they portrayed her. Because she just demanded respect, and it was really cool. And Mazikeen, anytime I hear that name, I still think about the pretty woman on Lucifer TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
the
just
same
like,
person.
yeah, it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, I don't know. They kind of the Hector Hall thing with the Sandman, that Sandman
Yeah.
comic book story thing. I liked the other version better. This one was kind of like fast tracked and kind of if you went into it raw, it made sense, but you still don't understand. Hector died. It's like, okay, Hector died. That was your man, but the story's deeper than that. But I liked it. Overall, really enjoyed it. There's a whole lot of stuff that I could go into. My favorite episode. Wow. Wow. I'd have to go. It has to be The Collectors, which I think was pretty twisted. That was a sick episode. Once again, they kind of dialed it back, and then they kind of ramped it up a little bit at the same exact time. But not bad. It was
Them trying to figure out why it was a cereal convention when there wasn't any cereal or children anywhere.
it's so weird.
I liked when Gilbert kept going into the rooms and being like, "What the hell? What is this?"
In the audiobook and in the print, did Fiddler's Green? He was more badass when he was in human form,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I remember that. He was, because he had the sword and he was doing all types of vigilante shit when he was in Florida.
He was her bodyguard.
Yeah.
In this, he was just kind of her companion.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, this is just, they kind of downplayed him, but he's an older cat and they probably couldn't do all that stuff with him. But the people that occupied the house in Florida were fun. I like the fact that they made the people younger, because because in the originals they were older, but they made the two Spider Women kind of hot. I was like,
instead of old ladies.
I was like, all right, we'll go with this.
Can we talk about the most frightening image or thing on that show was Desire? Like that guy, it gave me the creeps. Like he
Des-
really did, and it
That
was
was the point of Desire.
Yeah.
like well, mission accomplished. 2 trips in hell, and speaking of Lucifer, like I wasn't bothered, but this guy's eyes and his whole
The Golden
the
Eyes.
whole the stat his little home base and everything was just like
Desire's a pronoun, right,
It's
Megan?
they.
It's a they.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So if he was coming down the street, like I'm crossing over, like I don't want to like nope 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 nope.
But
Yeah.
Desire was out there knocking boots, man.
Yeah.
Making
Yeah,
babies.
with people in comas.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they cut that out because that was disgusting.
No, well, they
They
I mean, they still
mentioned it.
mentioned it.
Yeah, but they
But
didn't.
yeah.
I rewound that part. I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she was asleep forever. And in I keep referring back to the original content, but Desire went and knocked it
Raped
up,
her.
and they were like, "Oh my gosh, why is she pregnant?" It was like,
Why
all
is
this
this girl
happened.
that's been in a coma for years pregnant?
Why is she knocked up now? It's like,
I started.
Was that mental, or did he actually?
no,
No, they actually, because in the comic you don't know if, because it could be a girl or a boy or they or that, because you just
desire things.
it's just desire
They appear in the form in which you most
you
desire.
find most desirable.
That whole
So
situation had me thinking of Kill Bill when she was in the
Oh,
hospital in the
yeah,
beginning. I was like, well, maybe
Oh,
that's
with
what.
Buck.
No.
like in the comic they refer to, like, Dream refers to Desire as sister brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they actually Neil Gaiman actually changed, because in the comic, the original comic referred to Desire as it, and then after non-binary people started using they them, Neil Gaiman changed the comic so it shows they them instead of it.
Yeah, Desire is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
I mean, in the book,
and the entire time wants to start shit.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah.
purpose of Desire.
Yeah. She's trying to take out Dream. She's like, I want to be in control of all this. We've been fighting each other for eons, and this is just
Well,
the
Dream's
constant
not
thing.
even fighting them.
She's been trying to fight because Dream wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
Dead ass. He just wants to be, I want to rule my kingdom and have my fun.
Desire, Delirium, and Despair all want to fuck around and play games with the older Endless.
Despair was downplayed because the whole
and the comic, she's nude.
Yeah, and she always cuts on herself.
Yeah.
And then in this one, she only cuts on herself twice. It's like, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet the crazy little one, the youngest one.
Delirium. I know.
I can't wait to meet Delirium.
Used to be Delight, but no one knows what happened to her.
She's nuts, though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, so much to talk about.
In the Prodigal, they mentioned destruction, but they only referred to him as the Prodigal.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see what happens with that.
What are the grades?
Oh man, it's a solid. I would honestly give it a 9.5.
9.5.
You too, Megan?
Yup.
I got an 8.5 for me.
So far, I'll give it an 8. I haven't finished it, so it could go up. I doubt it's going to go down for what you guys have been talking about, so it may go up. So, but for now, I'll give it an 8.
Perfect.
Mike?
I give it a 5.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
He has no backstory. So
because I shouldn't need it though. I should be able to just
You're
come
right.
in and just
You're
enjoy it. It just didn't. I wouldn't put it over anything CW. I really wouldn't.
Wow.
I really wouldn't. It's just season 1 of Arrow over this in a heartbeat. But I'm a superhero guy.
Yeah. I love the first season of Arrow too. So,
but here's the thing. You might want to actually read the comic because there are superheroes in the comic.
But nothing about this show made me want to read the comic, listen to the audiobook, or nothing.
Fair enough.
Nothing makes me want to go in this world other than talking to y'all. That's it.
Well, I am going to give it a 9 because I thought this was a pleasant change from that Kool-Aid on Disney Plus.
Juice boxes.
Yeah, the juice
Fruit
box is
snacks.
cotton candy. All right.
All right. Here's the fun part of the show. We got the group question section, which is for the second week. This is great. I love it. Quincy's got it queued up, so let's fire that off, Quincy.
Yeah, so just a little disclaimer. Let's have some serious questions here. I'm not reading one here, but Garrett had a good one. So, crew, do you guys think it would be hard bringing that Fantastic Four in to MCU continuity? Is like, do you think it's going to be an issue displaying their powers? He had a couple of questions, so like let's just start with that one, and then I'll go to the other.
Okay. Would it be hard? Nope.
No. Why would it be hard? It shouldn't be. It's just the Fantastic Four. They ain't even got to redo it.
Yeah.
Do I think it'd be weird to watch Fantastic stretch and stuff? Yes.
Yeah, that was one of his points. Like, do you think it would be hard to display their powers?
No,
I
I don't
don't
think
think
any
so.
of that stuff would be hard. Not even the stretching, the invisibility. I don't think any of it would be hard.
Because it
I
didn't
think
look
it'd be
that weird in
fine.
that last movie they had, the one with Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch.
Mm.
His stretching
I
didn't look
didn't
that
see
bad.
that one.
It didn't look bad in the other two.
Yeah, that's true.
It looked
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
The only one that looked
I
bad then
liked
was
it.
that.
John Krasinski did it.
You remember that old Fantastic Four movie, like the one that never
I
was
never
released?
saw
In
that one.
the
The one that never got
90s?
released.
Yeah.
I never
I
saw
saw
that.
it. It's ridiculous. They should release it.
With
It's
the
so
boy that could
ridiculous.
fly.
They should release
Hmm.
it because it'll
You
be
can
I
get it on
remember
awesome.
the.
bootleg at a con. They still sell them.
Yeah, they
Oh,
should release
yeah.
it. Disney should release that movie.
Did
People
you
would
see
people would love it.
the Captain America that was released around that
Oh yeah, the
time?
one from the '90s. Yeah, I remember that one.
That actually wasn't terrible with
It
its
wasn't.
plastic.
Is that the one where he
Nuh-uh.
had the wings on his helmet?
No, you talking
The
about Red
motorcycle
Butler, the
Yeah.
one from the '70s? No. You're not the one from the '90s.
Okay.
No, the one from the '90s had a plastic shield too, didn't he?
Is
It
that
I
with
wasn't
I
the,
clear. The
remember
one from the
seeing that
'70s
one.
was clear, and you just like a frisbee, and you threw it in on a string. It was terrible.
Okay.
The one from the '90s, it was plastic, but it didn't look as bad as the one on the he's putting motorcycle. That was rough.
which one had the furry Thor with the small ass hammer?
That was the Trial of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
with
that was the Incredible Hulk one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would say Odin, and then the hammer would.
And Thor's wearing Uggs and stuff.
Yeah.
He was winterized.
Right.
Shit.
All right, so here's one. Who would you cast as Doctor Doom?
Oh.
I don't know who I'd get to play me. Eesh, that's a rough one.
Oh man, that's a great question.
This is one of them things that like I said on previous shows, Marvel's pretty good at casting. I really wouldn't even worry about that. I never would have cast Boseman as T'Challa. I would never would thought that would have worked, and it worked out beautifully. So
Worked
I
out so
wouldn't
well,
even-
they're going to destroy the character.
I don't think so. I got hope they're going to do something with that. But still, but my thing is, I never thought about who would be Doom.
Who are
Viggo
people?
Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen.
People are
I think
saying-
that's
He's
okay.
getting old.
Yeah, how old is he now?
Yeah, that's true.
60?
He
That's
has to be-
What, really?
he has
Yeah,
to be
he-
Yeah,
close
he
to
was
70.
40 in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he was old when it finally happened for him. Yeah.
People are.
Alexander Skarsgård?
What's the one guy's name?
Who's that's Magneto?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No,
That's,
no.
No,
Not
not
Magneto.
him. Yeah.
No.
That's Michael Fassbender.
That's my,
That-
yeah.
That's who I would actually pick.
Yeah.
not
He's
mad at
old
that.
too.
Alexander
He worked.
Skarsgård was in True Blood. He was also
The tall guy,
yeah,
the old vampire,
the blonde, the Viking.
he played Tarzan.
They should do Cillian Murphy.
Oh.
Who?
Oh yeah, Cillian Murphy. I like him. Peaky Blinders.
He was
28
he
Days.
he was
I'm looking at it
Scarecrow
right
in the Dark Knight. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Who was he in Dark Knight? I'm sorry.
he was Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Ah. How
Hmm.
tall is he?
He's not very tall.
I just
The magic
pu-
of camera angles.
I pulled up a picture of what's his name, Homelander. He'd be a great Doom
No,
if
I
Doom
don't
was
see
5'6".
I got a guy in my mind, but I can't think of his name.
Well, what was he in?
I want to say he played like a bougie doctor. I could see him in his suit, dark hair. I think he was actually rumored to play Doom at one time.
What's
Ooh.
the show or movie? Give us
That I
something.
can't give you, bruh.
There's a
I'm
lot of
trying to
bougie
work with it.
doctors.
What
Yeah,
about what about Bennifer Lopez?
No.
No,
Did anybody say
No.
Christopher Waltz? I think he'd be good.
Who's that?
He's a little
Christoph?
old too.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz.
He was the main Nazi guy in
Topher Waltz?
Inglorious
Topher Waltz. I guess he is a
Inglorious
little old.
Bastards.
Yeah, I guess he would be a little old.
If they didn't already use Mads Mikkelsen in Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, I think he would have been pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
I
I
think
agree.
I'm gonna go for unknown. Like nobody really comes to mind, or they're too old
Yeah,
right
give
now.
somebody a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably a new guy somewhere.
Because it could be a breakout role for somebody if they really
Yeah.
Truly.
bust it out.
Well, that was a good question, Garrett.
Oh, what about one
uh-oh.
more thing? The
Uh-huh.
guy from the new the Amazon show, really big guy, took over for
Oh my gosh! Yes, I know who you're talking about. He might be
Who?
too big.
He's kind of big.
Hawk?
I know who
Jack
you're talking
Reacher.
about. Yeah, the Reacher.
Jack
guy.
Reacher.
Hawk from Titans.
He's,
Yeah.
he's kind of big.
He is.
And
He's-
Doom is small.
No,
but he's
I don't
like-
have any.
I
I
Bring that
I
bring that guy on
Like-
as Colossus.
I mean, I am pretty large, but I would. After I get on a diet, I'd expect somebody more life to play me.
Oh man, I am pretty large.
Alan Richardson.
Yes. Bring him on Juggernaut or Colossus.
He'd be a perfect Colossus.
Jay, you said that, and I was thinking
What show
of
is this?
Drax
Jack
on
Reacher.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh, that
2.
guy.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I too am extremely humble. Okay, that was a good one. All right, here's one. Dennis, what popular comic story arc hasn't made the big screen that you would like to see tackled?
Oh,
So let's
shit.
say movie or show.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
I'd love to see Kingdom Come, but I don't know.
Ooh.
DC has to get all their stuff working in order again before they can tackle that.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
I'd say Annihilation.
Mm.
Or, at least Annihilation Conquest. One of the two.
You know what I really want to see? Not as a movie, but as a kids' TV show. The X-Men vs. Avengers, Little Big, or was it Giant Sized? I would love to see that as like a Muppet, like a Muppet Babies
Muppet
type
Babies
TV
type of
show.
thing.
I would love to see that.
I have so many of those cover art. I can't remember
with
the guy's
Scotty
name.
Young?
Scotty Young.
Oh, I would love to see that.
That'd be fun.
So let me
Watch
add
out, Pepper.
let me add something to this. I'm gonna add Randy's kind of tie in his statement with that question. Like he wants, he's kind of restating what Matthew said last week. No more live action, animate everything. So if you could do an animated storyline, not having to worry about how it would look in real life,
Mm-hmm.
like would that change your answer or
No.
open up more options?
It might change my answer.
It changes. It gives me a lot more answers. A lot more. I mean, I don't know. I'm stuck on the Guardian stuff, man, because Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest was just too damn good.
I'd love to see that He-Man, the He-Man and Justice crossover. I'd love to see that animated.
Okay.
Has anybody read that? The He-Man and Justice crossover?
Mm-mm.
Super dope. Like if you could get your hands on it, read it. It's crazy. He-Man ends up getting the power of Black Adam at the end to fight Superman, fight the Injustice Superman. Crazy.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
That sounds nuts.
I have two suggestions. I'm gonna go in space too. One would be live action because I think they could actually do it. They're actually leading that way. I think Operation Galactic Storm with the Avengers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. No, not the Kree and the Shi'ar were at war, and Earth was in the crosshairs of that. Avengers went to the two warring sides, and the Skrulls were in the background trying to make that war happen. And animated, I would want to see Sinestro War and Blackest Night
Oh yeah, Blackest Night definitely.
because you can't make that live action. No one can do that one live action.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder could.
Yeah, you probably could.
There you go.
Let the Snyderverse continue.
I think
That might actually be right up his alley, though. The way he films Blackest Night.
What were you about to say, Rob?
Sorry, I was going to bring up another animated one. I know that the DC they did Public Enemy, Batman Superman Public Enemy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wish they would do the With a Vengeance storyline that they did, which is Mr. Mixaplex, Missix Pitalix is
Bless you.
Yeah,
is
right.
yeah. This is like kind of close to where the Emperor Joker stuff was about, but they're this is how the Joker got the powers from Mr. Mixie.
Hmm.
But there's a scene where Batman and Superman are going through their multiverses, and they actually kill a lot of like parody Marvel characters, which I thought was really funny. Like they had a Wolverine parody, and they had a Spider Man, and they had an Avengers that they fought. Like the Thor in that one was like a Viking with an ice axe. You know, I something like that would be really fun to watch, knowingly
Yeah.
that they're parodying and kind of slightly mocking the Marvel universe.
I think I want to borrow something from Quincy's bag of tricks, the Dark Avengers. I think that'd be something great to
Yeah.
watch.
No, I do think that'd be a good one.
Animated.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think that'd be good live action. I think
Yeah.
that would
yeah.
work. I got to. Uh, this one I've been waiting for 30 years. I need them to do King Conan. I really need that to
Yeah.
finally happen.
Arnold's getting a little too old now. They might not be
I
able to
give a
pull it
damn
off.
about
now.
Arnold at all. Long as I get my story, they can
Get Jack Reacher to do it. Get Jack
Yeah,
Reacher to
I'm
put
past
on a
Arnold.
wig,
They can
man.
give my man Momoa another shot. Like I said,
He wasn't
I
a bad. He
need the
wasn't a
King
bad
Conan
Conan.
story. So that I need that. With or without Arnold, doesn't matter to me. And then I like for TV shows. I think I said a couple shows ago. I want Truth. I want them to do that Truth TV
Mm-hmm.
series with Isaiah Bradley. I think that'd be a good one.
That'd be amazing. Oh, Blue Marvel. How can I not look at that? You
That
know,
needs to be
Oh,
live action for real. Is he
I
going to
need
be
one
in the
more.
Marvels?
Yeah.
He should be in the Marvels.
You mentioned He-Man, Jay. I'm gonna go to Thundercats.
Ooh.
I want to go to not just any Thundercats. I want to go to the comic Thundercats: The Return. If
Okay.
none of y'all read Thundercats: The Return, that's the dopest Thundercats comic ever made.
what year
Mumra
was
was buck wild. He took over the whole planet. He had Wily, Kit, and Cat giving him a bath.
I remember that comic. Yeah, I remember that comic.
Oh,
What year was this?
Oh, I don't know.
I gotta look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
He had Chitara basically just tied up in the slave pen, and the mutants just having their way with her.
Oh,
It was
good.
buck. Oh my god! And when they finally freed her, she punched Lionel in the face. Like, where were you been? They did. Mumradas did everything, and he just sat there in the tub the whole time, like, ha ha, just have fun. And it was Thundercats: The Return is.
I remember
Oh my
that.
Thundercats:
God.
The Return.
The
Okay.
Return. I'm telling you, it's worth just reading just to see it.
I
Mumra
think I
was no joke.
have those.
I have them. I have them all. It was amazing.
All right. Oh, for Wildstorm Comics.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's the truth.
All right. Hey, it's made the list. All right, Quincy. What else you got?
Next one is from Alon. I work with Alon. Alon is a brilliant comic mind. I love talking to Alon. Her statement is she would love. I can't say this guy's name. Which is
Giancarlo.
yeah. Would you? She said she would love for him to play Professor X in the MCU, and should Marvel update, Magneto and Professor X's background? I think they should, but how would you guys do it?
Hmm.
Because what was the what they have roots in World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
How many years ago is that now?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could maybe
80.
Castro's Cuba.
Hmm.
And the dissidents, because
Yeah.
Giancarlo I think he's Latino and is Afro Latino.
Hmm.
So I mean, maybe they could do it that way,
You
or
can always keep his origin as being in a concentration camp, but have his
Yeah.
just say his mutation affects his aging. I
That's
like
true.
Giancarlo as one of the because I think you guys have mentioned before that there's been some runs where Professor X is like straight up a villain most of the time.
The most past couple
Charles
years.
is
Oh yeah, Professor X is
sneaky.
pretty bad now. He's not
Yeah,
that
he's
good.
sneaky. He's a sneaky man. She did not mention casting for Magneto, but I guess this would be the same thing for Doom. Who would you want to play Magneto in the MCU?
I like Fassbender.
Me too.
I like Fassbender as Magneto. I think he portrayed a great one. Um, I just don't know. I think I haven't thought that far. I mean, this is where I take a page out of Mike's book and say, "Listen, Marvel knows what they're doing. They're going to cast the right person. They could go younger. I mean, if when and if they do decide to recast for the mutant side of the house, they're gonna. I think Giancarlo would be a great choice off top, but then they'd have to find somebody to, on the same level as him, on the Magneto side. And I don't like to. I don't want to change their origins. I think it's rooted in comic lore that you really, those are just two characters that I just don't want to change because of just my personal attachment to them. That's all.
Okay. All right. Katara, welcome back. Uh, she had a question about Black Panther, but let's insert the question that Lou and Mike and I think I was on. There was a video about Black Panther slowly becoming Batman, which is ridiculous. He's already prepping
Yeah,
with Batman.
Yeah.
yeah.
But let me like kind of take that, twist it around, and form a question here. Why do we turn a blind eye to Black Panther's prep, but Batman is
Well,
public
it's the
enemy number
DC
one?
hate. That Batman's just a nice he's a nice conduit for DC hate. You
Okay.
know,
I bet.
people like to be in tribes, so everybody who's fallen in love with the MCU has automatically put themselves in the Marvel tribe, and anything DC sucks. So Batman sucks.
I beg to differ. I think he's just a lightning rod, and I think that he's more prevalent. Batman is more prevalent than Black Panther is when it comes to the mainstream, and that's he's a lightning rod. He's going to catch it. Um, you can go anywhere and see Batman anywhere. Batman's been on the shelves for 1,800 years. He has about 7 or 8 comic books out right now. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so that's why it's my personal opinion. He's king of prep because he's always been labeled. He's always used the word prep time, the phrase prep time, and that's
Okay.
just my opinion.
He also doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
his suit's not even vibranium. So it's like,
No.
I don't think it's even that. I think people just don't want to give that to, but I don't think people want to give T'Challa his credit. And it's a lot of lack of knowledge. A lot of people really don't know these characters. They just think prep time. Batman has been that for 100 years. They even used to draw Black Panther as Batman. They had the
Yeah,
long
little cape
cape
and
and the
everything.
big
Yeah.
ears. He's
mm-hmm.
been this character. He's been that guy. He's got more in common with Batman than any other. He's prepped out for 2 years. I mean, he's that guy. Uh, like that's what's got him on the outs with Wakanda now. He's got these mechanisms in place that they're not even. What's this? None of your business. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the current
And
run of Black
and
Panther is so trash.
I
really,
like this current run.
Yeah, you
I
do.
like it better than the last run. This current one's way better than
Whew.
the last run with the outer space.
oh yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah, the Space Panthers was kind of
Yeah,
It
weird.
was
that
a good
was.
idea, but the execution was terrible.
Going back to Mike's statement, like T'Challa, he's more ruthless than Bruce.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
because
way more ruthless than Bruce.
Yeah,
yeah, and I think it's funny because I don't like, for one, people that read, we talk about the lack of knowledge. Like Batman is not running back to the base for prep time. He's out there. Batman gets beat up more than people care to admit. All right, like he survives. That's his thing.
it's because he throws
People,
12-year-old boys at people to beat them up. Then
well,
he,
I'm not putting any stock into that, but like he's out there. He's died like everyone else in comics, but he survives, and uh most of his background is preparation. I mean, he's like before he became Batman, he spent years doing. This is the funniest thing for me with Batman. People are like, oh, it's total nonsense. He knows 127 different martial art styles. oh, this kid got bit by a radioactive spider. He has super strength. Oh, that makes sense, but the other one does not. Like,
Yeah,
knock it off. All
but that's
right,
any
and
comic thing. It's all comics. It makes sense because it's
uh,
comics. Get over it.
uh, well, and it's that, and it's just what's accepted. I understand that they're toxic fans for any comic
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
character, and honestly, neither one of them. If you want to throw this Pret King
Doom is probably
title on
more than
anyone,
anybody.
Doom is the number one, and no one has a problem with it because you can put Doom in any kind of random encounter. You know, you put this guy against Doom. Every like 90% of people going to pick Doom because they know what resources he has access to.
Right.
So like I thought the video was amusing. Like T'Challa has already reached that peak. I've seen him fly around on the Silver Surfer's
Put him in the chicken wing.
board. Right, he's quoted as having a plan for when Galactus comes to attack the Earth. It would take, I think he said 2 or 3 days. He gave like a timetable. Like he has a plan for that.
He
And
had a
Mjolnir
formula for
can't hurt
that
him.
on his table. He did. He had
Well, yeah, that.
Galactus protocols.
Right, and there was one more thing. The thing that I was just like, I had the Tournament of the Phoenix. Like he was fighting
Oh, with the
Wolverine, and
vibranium
Wolverine,
teeth.
he had vibranium grills, and he just had like, I'm like, what? So I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I think they're already on the same level. I think Doom, Doom, T'Challa, Bruce. I can't think of anyone else. Like I know people throw Iron
I don't
Man
know
in
why people
there.
throw Iron Man in there. He's not prep time like that.
I don't. I didn't
No.
really. I don't know. If it's because of all the suits. Like he's got different situations,
It's
but like
because he's
those,
rich, but they don't want to give
So
T'Challa the credit. They really don't want to put him on the same level as Black Batman. It is
I
what it
would
is.
almost. I would almost put Reed Richards
Yeah.
there because like his intelligence is more prominent than his ability to stretch.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Reed's
I,
got time sleds and absorption suits and all kinds of
he's the reason
contraptions.
why we always got invaded by aliens. He's out there poking around in space, being
Right.
Mm-hmm.
explorers.
Yep.
I think they don't. I kind of agree with Mike. They don't want to give Black Panther his due.
They
Um,
don't.
and I don't. I think they pick on Bats because he's been around forever and he's easier to pick on. I don't think it has anything to do with DC hate. I think it's just easier to, throw the dodgeball at the big kid in the room. You know, and he's the big kid in the room. I think Black Panther's better than him, in my opinion, but
I mean, it's
that's
the
just
same
me.
reason why Superman gets so much hate. I'm telling you,
Yes,
it's a DC hate kind of thing. Like
I don't think it is. It's the fact that
you'd
I
be
don't think it's DC
surprised.
hate.
You'd be
I
surprised.
probably
I
would.
think it's a little bit half and half because that and other half is knowledge. People just don't want to give credit in one Superman thing.
I
People
think
just think
since. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
no. The people just think with Superman, you give some kryptonite or they think magic. They don't understand.
Yeah.
That's where you got to talk to these people real slow, and they just don't get it.
I think like, excuse me, Jay and Lou, you're both right, and I think the DC hate is more prevalent since 2008, since the MCU.
Yeah.
I mean, but before then, people had problems with Superman. It's just different reasons now. Like, like me, I don't like. How certain things just they stick with you. Like this isn't working for me. Like reading this, like this, I just don't find this interesting. I tried to read Superman. I like Superman better in Justice League comics. I like Captain America better in Avengers comics. But
Yeah.
I can't read like Superman magazines, and I can't even say it's because it's bad. Like it just
Doesn't
doesn't hold
resonate
me.
with you. Yeah.
Right. Like Batman. Like to me, Batman's in the streets. Like I'm in West Philadelphia. I see crime. Like street level heroes resonate with me more than cosmic or world level
I can dig it.
heroes.
I
Like
can dig
that's
that.
just like
It takes a
like
certain type of writer in order to get Superman interesting,
Yeah.
considering he's has every power.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that is and see that's the challenge of you just said it writing. It's just like, well, how are we going to write a story with the Hulk actually having trouble with someone, or Superman, or I can't even
Trying to
think of
make a
anyone else.
perfect character imperfect for people
Uh,
to relate to him.
right. It's like, well, like if they can do all this, like why would this story go longer than 2 pages?
Yeah. Like One
You
Punch.
know, right. It's yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about that. Um, Mike, do you want me to read Dennis's question
One question. Go ahead.
about you being right about how smart he is?
Man, it's brilliant.
I'm gonna get y'all a room, and y'all can work that.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Hey,
Anthony had. Go ahead.
let's go back to the John Carlo thing real quick.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if I want him. I mean, he's a great actor. I go back to him as bugging out in the Spike Lee joint.
Yep.
But I don't know if I want him as Doctor as Professor X. I don't think that works for me.
Do you have
Um,
somebody for Xavier?
no, like I said, I don't want anybody that's been in before. I definitely don't want Patrick Stewart. He's like 300 years old. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good. We
Patrick's
don't ever
barely.
need to see that. He
He's
died
barely
in the
there
movie.
right now.
Right. Yeah, he died in Doctor Strange. I'm good with that particular one. It's over. But no, I don't have it.
Do you think they'd actually do an actor in a wheelchair already? Because they've been a lot of movies have been using actors that have the disability that they portray,
Mhm.
so that they can advance other, people who could be great actors. They just happen to be in a wheelchair. Like
Advanced to handy capable.
correct.
They could.
Like Coda had all deaf actors.
Hmm.
So something along those lines. Like, maybe there's a breakout actor that's actually in a wheelchair already.
We could
Mm.
see.
That
That'd be amazing.
I mean,
That'd
they
be truly
could,
amazing.
but Professor X is in and out the chair randomly. Like he's not in the
Yeah.
chair now. He ain't been in the chair in a couple of years,
Okay.
so it's not a. That's what
Gotcha.
he's known for.
It
But he's in
depends
and
on when
out.
they drop the piece on which
Mm.
Right.
X they
They
decide to drop.
recloned his whole body once, and he had a whole new body, and he was out. He was walking around with a yellow suit with a big
I mean,
black X on
James
it.
McAvoy was walking around,
Right.
but
Exactly. So I
How
mean,
many times has he lost his ability to walk and gotten it back?
shit. Don't have me lying to you. I don't
I was about to
know.
make a joke, but I don't want to sound insensitive there. I'll save it for the chat. But okay. uh, Anthony, will more live action Valiant films ever happen? I.e., Turok, Harbinger, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, not so.
Valiant.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm familiar with.
Doesn't
I remember
Netf-
the one with what's her name in it.
That
God, this
chick.
is from the '90s. Oh, she was such a
Witchblade. Witchblade.
Oh, Witchblade,
bitch.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I remember
No,
that.
no, I'm thinking of God, what the hell's her name? She was in Knocked Up, and everyone hated her because she wouldn't take her top off. Katherine Heigl. I think she was in Valiant.
Mm, I don't know.
She was inviting comic. She was a TV show,
No, it was a movie.
a movie.
I'm looking it up, just like you are. Oh, they did Bloodshot. That was a Valiant.
Bloodshot,
Harbinger.
that
That
was
was
Vin Diesel,
Vin
right?
Diesel, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did do that. Yeah, that's
I
true.
still haven't seen that. Is it worth seeing?
I
Elephant
ain't seen it
Rhino.
either.
Oh no. Oh,
Uh,
Ninjax.
I like that book. I think that'd be a good one to make into a live action movie. Very I think it'd be kind of dark, kind of like a good Snake Eyes movie. That's
Oh no,
basically what it'd be.
I'm thinking Prince Valiant.
Oh.
From the 80s.
Exit
Yeah,
stage right.
yeah, she was in
Was that the old
the
comic strip in the Sunday paper?
yeah. Yeah.
Golly. Oh, I think
Yeah.
Ninjak would be good.
Yeah, that's the only one that jumps out. Like I'm admittedly not too familiar with this brand, but I do know
Turok
Ninjax.
stands
That was
out.
a
Turok,
That'd be
that
yeah.
was a
good.
Turok would be dope.
that was a game, right?
Turok, yeah.
That was
Turok.
like
The
a
there's a
dinosaur hunter.
comic too.
It was a
yeah.
comic.
Turok, the
Yeah,
dinosaur
in the
hunter.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
That would do well, especially in the Jurassic Park crowd. That would be great.
Ugh, that last Jurassic Park stank up everything.
You
Yeah, it did.
can't like the only interesting Jurassic Park movies are when the park breaks down, and you can only do that so many times before you're asking why do they keep opening these parks if they
Why they
keep
keep hiring the
breaking
same
down?
engineers?
Right.
It keeps breaking down for the same reasons. So that was it. All the legit questions. Uh, So once again, guys, we do appreciate the questions. If you have more that you'd like
God, I
to
can't think of this guy.
hear from the admins while Mike is thinking this over, like the post will be up. I'll put it up Thursday to give people time. Um, but we love the questions.
Thank you,
At
guys.
everyone. Hell yeah.
I want to say this guy was on a USA TV show. I think he was a businessman or something with a black. I remember he had dark hair and wore a lot of suits.
You still
He
thinking
was
about that
kind of
doctor?
bougie. Maybe he was a doctor. I don't know if he was a
Oh,
doctor or a businessman.
no, that's not a doctor. I'm
Is it
thinking of
called
something else.
Suits?
I looked at Suits, but he didn't look like he was on Suits. I didn't see him in the cast.
No,
You,
are you thinking about White Collar with
He was
Maybe.
so skinny. He was
I
so
know.
skinny.
The TV show is called White Collar.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about White Collar, and the actor's name is. This is gonna frustrate me.
Da-da-da-da-da.
This is really bad. I
Matt
can't think of
Bomber.
his name. That's it.
Yeah. You know why you remember that show, Mike? Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but that's not who I'm thinking about either.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All
But she
right.
was
I
on
like.
that. She is in that show. Wow.
Yeah.
I would have watched it if I knew that.
Oh, Kelly Kapowski.
If you had Hulu, it's on Hulu.
It's on Prime too.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I can't
I
think
think
of this
that's what
guy.
it says.
He'll pop up on a random commercial, and I'm saying that's him, and then
you said bougie doctor, and I immediately thought of House, but I don't think he falls
Yeah,
under
that's
No, I
bougie.
ain't
me
talking
too.
about
Yeah,
House. I ain't thinking about House.
No, he's not bougie.
I love House.
He was pilled out. Yeah.
But this guy would be okay though. I'd be cool with this guy from White Collar, but no, that's not who I'm thinking about. It's he's a little bit older than this guy. He looks kind of like Michael Hamm, or like what's the guy name from
John Hamm?
John Hamm looks a little bit like him. I can't think of this guy's name to save my life.
We should bring Tiffany Amber Thiessen to a hero movie.
Oh, I have a quick question for Megan. Is Steven still rating?
Yes.
They're still at it. Concerning.
With Tiffany.
I wonder when they
in
started.
anything.
Well,
Okay.
he's still playing. I don't. We're in two different rooms, so I don't know if he's still rating.
I'm a message.
But he is 100% still playing.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen could be the older Shadow Cat. I think she'd be a good Kitty Pryde. An older one. That's just me.
Telling her story to her grandkids.
Yeah. Put her in a pirate hat on a boat. She'd be great. Man, like Quincy said, that was a great panel of questions. We love the participation. We love to read them. It gives us some really good topics to talk about, man. So please keep it up. You said you're going to put them up on Thursday. Get some.
Yeah, get some more time.
That'd be great.
Did we cover everything that stuck out this week that we said we were going to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely got we covered most everything, if not all.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anything we want to throw out there in the universe, we can definitely talk about it. I have no issues with that.
I Am Groot. Super cute.
Oh, they're
Very
like
short.
6-minute episodes, right?
It was really cute. My daughter was watching it and was losing her mind. Was like, like loved it.
Awesome.
So
I gotta check that out.
And I started Day Shift, but I didn't have time to finish it.
Oh yeah, the Jamie Foxx
How's
movie.
that so far?
Yeah,
Oh, that did come out.
it's good. It's a little weird. It reminds me. It's nothing like it, but it kind of reminds me of Evil Dead.
Okay.
The way the fight scene, like there was a fight scene, and it reminded me of an Evil Dead fight scene.
Did they all have to go to the pub?
No, but like the way they, it reminded me of Evil Dead, and I watched I think 30 minutes of it, and I liked the cast. Snoop Dogg's in it. I was like, oh well,
Snoop
Dave
Lion.
Franco. But yeah, it was from what Megan Good.
Ooh.
But yeah, I thought that would pop some heads up.
Ooh.
Ooh, Megan Good.
Where's the
plays
Vicks rub?
Mentholyptus.
Oh my gosh. That's. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the Vicks rub.
Foul.
Yeah. You don't want to know the
Welcome
history
back,
behind
Mike
it.
Jones.
Yeah, right?
I heard him say something like, "What are we rubbing?" Okay, all right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh yeah. Disney Plus is gonna add ads, right?
They're adding
How do
ads.
you- yeah, they're gonna bump up the price. change that up a little bit. We knew it was going to happen.
Orville's on there now.
Did you guys ever talk about that?
Have you seen the new season of Orville?
Is the new season on Disney Plus?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I saw it on there.
It's and it just ended. So.
Oh, the whole series.
Well, yes, they haven't renewed it for another season. The ending could work as a series finale, especially since Seth MacFarlane's working on Ted, which is on Peacock. But basically, he said never say never. So.
Yeah, and as considering how big of a Trek fan that he is, he would want that to continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of finales, Lock and Key just came out on Netflix. It's last season. I mean, it closes out the series. I wouldn't say it's did a good job at it, but if the characters were a little less stupid, it would be more enjoyable. But it gets the job done.
They really are so stupid.
I want to smack the shit out of that little kid.
So it's a lot of that going around for Netflix shows.
Right? You want to beat up? What was your favorite character's name?
The Resident Evil children.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They were horrible.
idiots.
Teams
Entitled
meeting.
idiots.
Teams meeting.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
man.
Like Mike said, you have to hear this. I'm not even hanging up.
Ass whooping. You heard me get cussed at. You hit his ass whooping.
You want me to
Don't
know
hang
you
up
ain't
there,
know.
ma'am. Listen to this.
Like I ain't no punk. Just want y'all to know.
I ain't no punk. Golly. Well, man, if we have nothing else throughout in the universe, we'll put a bow on this. All right, Megan, you have a wonderful vacation.
I will.
All right. Tasha, like I said, we miss you. Terrence, we miss you. We'll have you guys back in a couple weeks. So until next time, this is the Multiverse Unlimited podcast crew. Cosmic Lou, that one guy, Rob, Mike Jones, Megan the Oracle, Jay Pat, Doom himself, and QP the Source. Please, please, please remember to be kind to all people you meet because you have no idea what they're going through. So until next week, talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.
Don't do drugs.
Keep your pets spayed and neutered.
And use Vicks.
Yeah, keep holes of Vicks.
So many applications for Vicks.
Eucalyptus.